In 2020, at the Fasig-Tipton November sale, we were lucky enough to be able to purchase Got Stormy and Monomoy Girl. These are two really special race mares, really probably need no introduction, particularly to my racehorse. Just special, special mares. And we're really, really happy to be able to now add these mares to our broodmare band. In the case of Got Stormy, she had a few aches and pains that might be typical for a filly coming in, particularly one that's had a long career racing and coming right out of a tough race. But she's a wonderful minded filly, very easygoing, and settled into the routine here very well. In a matter of a couple of weeks, we were able to get her out, turned out and buddied up, and she's just off and running, and we'll soon begin the process of getting them ready to be bred in February. The first change that any mare goes through when she retires from the racetrack and comes to the farm is there's that, fairly quickly a sort of a loss of fitness. You do see them start to lose that muscle tone that they have from being dead fit. You have to realize this is a horse who's going out and galloping over a mile almost every day and then doing speed work about once a week and racing. And so they are tucked up, they have tremendous muscle tone. And so what you start to see getting a little more grazing time, you'll see the belly start to round out a little bit. You'll see the muscle tone start to fall off. And then basically their shape just sort of reorganizes and they then begin to fill out as she goes and as she becomes a broodmare. Matings, to a certain degree, also equates to an appraisal. And anytime you do an appraisal, you're talking about pedigree, conformation, and race record. So those are all considerations. In Got Stormy's case, she's not an overly big filly. I don't usually like to go from one extreme to another. I don't think really small to really big is something you ever want to do. She's probably a little bit on the small side of average. Obviously, nobody told her that, otherwise she wouldn't have been the kind of race mare that she was.
Got Stormy, the filly did it in the 4-star Dave.
But we probably would like to add a little bit of size to her. She's pretty straightforward in that she's not real big, but she's really well made. She's well balanced, she's well put together, she's correct. She's got a good amount of bone, but she's not too heavily boned, she's not too heavily muscled. She's just a nice medium size type of a horse. And the thing about a mare like that is that she really works with a lot of different types. In her case, we wanted to add a little bit of size. And we have a young first-year stallion named Yaupon. For everybody not familiar with Yaupon, he's one of our most popular first-year stallions this year. And many of you may recognize him as the winner of the Forgo, but also the horse that Firenze Fire tried to take a bite out of.
On the outside, Firenze Fire. On the inside, it is Yaupon. Firenze Fire seemed to savage Yaupon there in the stretch.
Yaupon is pretty fortunate to have both eyes and both ears intact after that little episode, but a very, very talented Grade 1 winner, multiple graded stakes winner. He's as good looking as they make horses. He's highly sought after in the marketplace. He's actually been oversubscribed for a long time. He sold out almost immediately. One of the other things that you're looking for is the compatibility in terms of aptitude. Were they a sprinter, were they a stayer, were they a turf horse? Yaupon was essentially, I think, would be categorized as a dirt sprinter, but I do believe he's a horse who had the ability to stretch out. I think, as far as races that came up and the best spots for him, most of the time we found that those were sprint races, although this is a horse that I don't think had major distance limitations. So I think 7-8 furlongs is something that in the right circumstances he could easily have handled. Got Stormy, I think 7-8 furlongs is probably her best distance. So we're very similar here, I think, in terms of their aptitudes, with the obvious exception that Got Stormy is a turf filly. Breeding Got Stormy to a dirt sire, you're going to have something very, very commercially appealing. If that's the way we choose to go, but may very well have something that we want to take to the races ourselves and would have no qualms about any surface that horse might wind up on. We really like the cross. This mating would result in the same cross that produced Nyquist and Envoûtant, a couple really nice horses by Uncle Mo, who is the sire of Yaupon. So we like that cross. It's worked well. We really like the physical mating. They're similar types. Yaupon's a beautiful animal, so again, you can cross him with a lot of mares, but he is a little bit bigger. So we really like it physically. We really like it from a pedigree standpoint, and we think it's a great way to start off her career and a great way to help Yaupon start. This is a wonderful mare for a young stallion to start off his career with.